Welcome back to the Pulse. Now, former President John Mahama says hardship under the Akufo-Addo government in 2019 resulted in the collapse of many enterprises in the country. In a New Year message to Ghanaians, the NDC flag bearer also accuses the Akufo-Addo government of failing to fulfill political promises. Mr. Mahama says Ghanaians deserved what he described as an honest government.
Good year to you all, my fellow countrymen and women. The last pages of 2019 have shut, and a blank new one, 2020, has opened up to us. Within the last 365 days, there has been joy, happiness, and fulfilled dreams for a few. But there has been pain, anguish, and unfulfilled promises for the majority of us. In all things, however, let us continue to be thankful to the Almighty God, because we have the most valuable gift, and that is the gift of life. In our personal lives, in our family struggles, in our relationships with others, in our business commitments, and in all other endeavors and engagements, we are presented with a new opportunity to change things for the better in order to triumph over the setbacks we have encountered in the past. One of our nation's foremost literary icons, the late Professor Akufo-Addo, declared in one of his writings, and I quote, "I believe in hope, but even in its absence, I believe in the possibility of hope," unquote. Therefore, even in our darkest and most difficult moments, we must remember to hold on to hope. Let us hope and work for a better and prosperous Ghana in 2020 and beyond. Let us hope and work for a peaceful Ghana that offers opportunities for all of us and not just a few. My brothers and sisters, it is a testament to the resilience of the Ghanaian that we have never given up but fight and inspire others to greatness. We did it during the independence struggle, where we became the first sub-Saharan nation to achieve independence. In more recent times, Ghanaians have occupied some of the highest positions in global affairs, and they have left indelible marks of excellence. As a result, the world has come to expect nothing short of inspiration from the name Ghana. So we cannot begin to see ourselves as any less. The year 2020 is an election year, and the eyes of the world will continue to be fixed on us as we go to the polls. We need to meet the highest standards set by previous electoral commissions and even better it. I do not say it lightly when I say that the 2020 election will be a pivotal event for our country. It is one that will determine the destiny of our nation. And I believe at this critical stage in our nation's life that Ghanaians deserve more than ever a government that is honest and truthful with them. A government that takes responsibility and gives them results, not excuses or blame. A government that opens the opportunities of our country to all its people and not just a few. 2019 was a difficult year for Ghanaian businesses, and by extension, it affected the quality of life in many Ghanaian homes. In my rounds, I have met many business persons who are in despair that their enterprises are collapsing and they can no longer hold things together. But to all my countrymen and women, I urge you to keep hope alive. It is said that the darkest hour is before the dawn. We can change things and make our nation better. We must all work together to build our beloved country. I urge you not to despair. I urge you not to be passive. And most of all, I urge you not to be apathetic, for there's nothing to gain in apathy except regret. If we are apathetic, others will make the decisions for us. As we go to the polls in 2020, President Akufo-Addo has a responsibility to secure the safety of all citizens and must resist the temptation to allow the use of violence to harm and intimidate innocent civilians, as we observed last year during the Awaso West Wuogon by-election. On my part, I'll continue to work for peace, and I urge the President to do the same. And as a first step, I suggest he stops shielding the perpetrators of the violence at Ayawaso West Wogon. He must have them face the appropriate sanctions. My brothers and sisters, the new year is here, and may God grant us a peaceful, prosperous, and victorious new year. May God bless our homeland, Ghana, and may God bless us all. I thank you.